We're live. All right, we're live. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alex Vidal, president of Related ISG International Realty and host of this show that you're watching, Inquiring Minds Want to Know. And we are sitting here today with master trainer, master real estate coach, coach to some of the top agents in all of South Florida, Orlando Montiel. Orlando, thanks for joining us.
It's nice to be on the other side.
Oh, we are flipping this. I meant to say that. We are flipping the script today with
You've been
Orlando.
on my show 2 times.
I've been on your show. You've interviewed me. Yeah. I have yet to interview you.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about this at lunch. Always awesome having lunch with
man,
you.
it's always my pleasure. It's just having 2 minds that think similar and want to accomplish big things. So it's always a pleasure
Cut
being
from
with
the
you.
same cloth.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Short and sweet. We added 2 questions at lunch for Orlando because they're really pertinent. If you're a real estate agent, you want to hear about what we're about to talk about. So let's talk about it first. Orlando, 10 seconds or less.
Okay.
How did you become the coach to some of the biggest producers in Miami?
Easier. Before becoming a coach, I am still a real estate agent. I work with a lot of investors. I was approached by the Association of Realtors maybe 12, 13 years ago. I closed a bunch of transactions within my first 2 years. And they asked, what the heck are you doing to close so many transactions? And the reason is that I had a system because I came from banking, right?
How many transactions were you closing?
200.
A year?
Yeah. No, in the first 2 years.
In the first 2 years? Your first 2 years in the business, you closed 200 transactions?
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, so you're in banking. Sorry, I had to ask.
And by the way, I'm still doing the transactions with investors. So I say either you work with sellers, in order to last, you have to list, right? Or you work with investors. Working with buyers is good. Don't forget about buyers or focus on sellers or investors. So what happens is, just real quick, it's not that I invented a formula to create a Montiel organization. It's that I came from banking, and in banking you have formal marketing and sales training. And that's what we're all about. It's having the formal marketing and sales training. Because if you want to become an architect, engineer, doctor, where do you go? College, right?
School.
For how long?
Many years.
5 years.
Real estate, 63-hour course.
That's it, right? That's a pre-licensing. Where do you go? To college? No, you go to a pre-licensing school to get the license. That's it. Gold Coast or any other school, right? So what happens is now you have the license, and now you think you're a real estate agent. Mm-hmm. When in fact, what are you?
You're a licensed salesperson. That's
a
about it.
Secret agent. Not even your neighbors know who you are. You're driving away from your home, and you see all those for sale signs. None of them are yours. All right. So what you need is actually a marketing system that allows you to generate leads. That's easy. That's fast.
So your marketing system is what led you to close 200 transactions, get you in front of the board, and in turn create
Montiel. By the way, I didn't create it. Somebody on the board said at one of the seminars, "Do you teach that?" And I said, "Yeah." "How much do you charge?" And I said at the time, "Talk to me after class." And then they said, "Okay, how much do you charge?" I said, $500. Let's do it. And that's the way the Montiel organization was born.
And how many agents would you say you're coaching right now?
We coach over 8,500 right now at 5,100.
Well,
we're not
in
coaching,
the summer?
No, we're not coaching 5,100. We have agents enrolled in our different platforms and products.
All right. So you're touching over 5,100.
5,100.
Amazing.
Right.
Now let's talk about your motivation. What gets you motivated to get out of bed in the morning?
Man,
you were about to tell me. I told you to wait.
Fear of not. Regret, looking back and saying, wow, I could have done this, because that fear, that has happened to me. I would have done different, I would have done more a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I don't want that to happen in the future.
So let me just skip to question number 5 then. Is that what keeps you up at night? Is that your fear that keeps you up at night?
There's that fear and the fear of not having enough passive income. Our model is membership, right? And as you know that, we use different tools, and this is membership. To me, the most important thing is to think as an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur creates about things about creating assets.
Okay.
The employee mentality thinks about working harder and developing skills so he can charge more.
Okay.
But that's a very limited thinking.
So let me ask you about passive. We're going off script.
Yeah, but that's
Passive income. What percentage of your income do you try to generate from passive income?
At this moment, it's more than 90%.
More than 90% passive.
Yeah, membership.
Makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, much easier. Why? Because the client has to take action not to pay you.
Got it.
I got it. You see, so again, it's the most important thing, and I've seen it with a lot of people that make very good money, but if they get injured, they don't produce the same amount of money if they don't have the time. John Paul Getty, you know John Paul Getty was the richest person in the world, and back in the 1940s. He said, I'd rather have 1% effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort.
Interesting.
Very limited. The effort that we can put in is very limited. You can exponentially grow if you're thinking about developing your own skills and working harder, because you only have about 4 to 5 hours at most of productive time during the day.
Okay. And the other hours are spent doing what?
Man, it's just Facebook, emailing, energy. And you can, the hours in the morning are way more productive than the hours are now. You can, I work 8 hours. No, you work 2 or 3 hours. All the other hours are just spent on mundane activities.
Now let's keep going, because we like to keep these short and sweet. What systems do you have in place to stay motivated and positive? And I know you coach some of Miami's biggest producers. What system, do they share the same system you have, or what systems do you see that they have in place to stay motivated and positive?
Everybody's different, and everybody's motivated by something different. Okay. In my own case, I'm very protective of my mind, right? Okay. So I say, either you feed my mind, and that's kind of harsh, but that's the way I see it. You feed my mind, all right? You feed my body, and you feed my pocket, right? Okay. And I want that conversation. And it's not always about money. It's, I want you to feed in terms of mind. That's what I have, like having lunch with you, right? Feed my mind. You're feeding my mind, right? I'm learning something. So to keep myself motivated, positive in the morning, I listen to different podcasts. I'm an avid reader. And I make sure that I don't read or listen to things that are not appropriate to my state of mind. Because I think the state of mind is the most important thing you can have.
So let's jump to question number 8.
Sure.
Since you're an avid reader, what's a book recommendation you can give our audience?
Well, depending on what you're looking for. If you're looking at marketing, sales, there are different books, right? In my own case, every single day, there are 2 things that are non-negotiable in my house. Number 1 is yoga. Okay. All right, and number 2, in my case, the philosophy that speaks to me is the Stoic philosophy. Okay. So I read every single day. There's a book called that I recommend. It's The Daily Stoic. Okay. All right. The Daily Stoic.
Oh, the Daily Stoic. Okay.
Right, and if you are more advanced on that, daily meditations by Mark Aurelius. It's very, very, very
Marcus Aurelius. So wasn't that the name of the actor in I think not 300. Oh man, it's the one.
He was the most powerful.
Russell Crowe. It was with Russell Crowe.
The most powerful man in the world. Yeah, Gladiator.
There you go. Yeah. All right, now you coach the new agent just as much as you coach the $40 million producer. If there was one piece of advice that you consistently give across the board, whether it's that $40 million producer or that brand new agent getting into the business, what is it?
Brand new agent. Find a system that works. Don't try things on your own. Okay. Right? The map, it's the road is laid down for you. Make sure you don't improvise. Invest in 2 things. First, education. 2, marketing. You want to go from a secret agent to a real estate agent, and the way you go, the only way you can achieve that is through marketing. But first, you need to know what to do and how to do it. Okay,
so let's jump. I love this. We're totally going off script right now. All right. So you talked about marketing.
Yes.
Okay. If you had 10 grand right now, and this was kind of the number we talked about at lunch. If you had 10 grand to put anywhere, where would you put it from a marketing perspective?
Very good. Number one, I need to make sure that I have a website and an email marketing system that is fully automated. 92% of all buyers and sellers will research that agent before contacting that person. So you need an online presence, but an online presence that has value to the reader. Got it. All right. Number 2, you need an email marketing platform that allows you to constantly, with enough frequency, be in front of your clients. Out of sight, out of mind. Got it. All right.
That's a secret agent we're talking about.
Exactly. Okay. So it's easy to generate the leads. All right, but it's much more difficult. Agents have 2 problems only. 2 problems. Number 1, how to generate more leads. Number 2, how to convert those leads into clients. All right, so generating the lead is inexpensive, it's fast, it's easy. Now converting the lead takes time. Okay.
All right. So let's go back. Let's assume they have the website, they have the email, and all that stuff. And actually, I think when we're done, I would love for you to comment in the section of just simple check marks. If I'm an agent, I should have this, and this.
Okay.
I would love for you to do it for our audience.
All right.
But we talked a little bit about social. Okay, so let's
go to the 10,000. The 10,000.
Social media. Where do you put it?
Let's lower it down to 2,000.
Sure.
A fifth of it, right? Because it's most agents won't have that much money, right? So you have your website, you have your email marketing sequence, and then you go into social media. That's not the only one. But we've shown in the seminars we have a seminar that's called How to Generate 100 Leads with $100 or Less. Okay. Again, 100 leads with $100 or less in less than 7 days. All right? So I just show you that it's so simple, fast, and easy to generate the lead. Now you need the email marketing sequence to position yourself as the expert.
Okay. And by the way, I know a lot of people are probably looking at this saying 100 leads in a week. I don't know what to do with that. That's a great problem to have. Well, we talked about it at lunch. I'd rather have the problem of too many leads than the problem of not enough leads.
Very good. Exactly.
Okay. So $2,000, generate 100 leads. Where do you go?
Okay. So now you need to generate the leads, right? If you have enough money, then to invest on other mediums, other type of advertising, if you can generate magazines, if you can generate value for the client, printed, great. If you only have those $2,000-$3,000, understand that that's very little money to go into postcards. That's a typical mistake agents make, right? They send a postcard once, didn't work, they don't do anymore. They do a Facebook campaign, that didn't work, they don't do anymore. It's all about frequency and consistency. So depending on your budget, you need to make sure that whatever you're going to do, you commit to it for at least 6 months.
6 months? I would say a year. I'm more aggressive.
I would say, in 6 months, you know what's working and what's not, and you can tweak it, all right? But at least 6 months. The number one ability we need to develop in this business of entrepreneurs is the ability to be patient. It doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately. You know, as much as I would like to tell you, listen, you start here today, you invest, you do the website, the email marketing, the social media, you're going to have a lead, and you're going to close that lead in 20 days. You're going to see that money in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen, and you and I know it.
Yeah. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
Now, let's go back to the social media. Facebook, Instagram, we're on Facebook Live, so your answer may not even go with this. Facebook Live, Instagram, YouTube.
Right.
Where do you go?
To me, man, YouTube, and I'll tell you why. It's so easy to post on Instagram and Facebook, and I'm not saying anything negative about Instagram and Facebook. As a matter of fact, I use them a lot, and you know that. But YouTube has something that is very unique to that platform, which is I show you videos from
6 years ago.
6 years ago, still people commenting today. When you post on Instagram or on Facebook, that post 3 weeks from now, it's hidden in your feed. Nobody's going to see it. Facebook has the ability to YouTube has that ability for people to see it 4, 5, 6 years later. And the more videos you have, the more seeds are pulling to your YouTube channel. And there's a big difference between a written content than you looking at that camera and talking to that camera. Because you have less competition. Why?
Nobody wants to do it.
Exactly. Because in order to step in front of that camera and talk to that camera, you need to know what you're saying. And most people don't.
Okay. So social media, YouTube, content. That content brings everybody to your channel. And you ultimately have, 13,000 subscribers right now?
Almost 14, yeah.
What is your YouTube channel? Just let them know.
Basic, and that's in Spanish, because again, it's all about farming. It's all about becoming that hero, like Seth Godin would say, a hero to that specific tribe, to that specific group of people, right? So my content is all in Spanish. Why? Because we talk about the law of probability and possibility. Is it possible for me to close a deal with a Russian? Is it possible?
It's possible.
What's more probable?
Not likely. But
with a Russian or with the Venezuelans?
Venezuela.
Exactly. So I want not only to be the expert in a group of people, but I want to be the celebrity for that group of people.
Got it.
I know exactly how they think, where they go to eat, where they stay, how they dress. I can identify my own people 3 miles away. They all dress the same. Where do Russians live?
Sunny House.
Venezuelans.
Okay. Venezuelans, Western Venezuela,
right, exactly.
Doral.
It doesn't mean you don't have a Venezuelan in Sonia House or a Russian in Doral, but there is a probability, and I want to go for the probability when I'm doing marketing.
Got it. Last question, because we like to keep these short and sweet. Looking at all your top producer clients, is there one common denominator that they have? What is it?
Relentless.
Relentless.
And I'll give you one of the magazines. I think you met this guy right here, Nivaldo Soria. I'm just
because
I have it right here.
I love the
Nivaldo. I mean, this guy started from zero, and you gotta go out at the MLS and look at his closings. These people, the discipline they have, it's not our system. Nivaldo would have been successful, and I'm talking about the top agents. I'm talking about the Rileys, the Nancy Bachelors, the Eloys. Those people would be excellent with any system. These people have the discipline like nobody else. They say they're going to do something, and they get it done.
And nobody's going to stop.
There is I had no time. The family was in town. I had to take the kids to school. So again, it's not about how much money you make. It's about being congruent. If I want to make $40,000 and that makes me happy, that's great, man. You don't have to make millions of dollars. But you need to be congruent with your message and your goals. If you say, I want to close $250,000 this year, your activities need to go with that goal.
They have to go to 500,000 probably to make the 250.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So these people, when they say they want to be top agents, man, they don't stop. They don't stop.
They're relentless.
Right? They're relentless.
Word of the day, relentless.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're done. Orlando, thank you so much. Thank you for lunch. That was awesome.
No, thank you, man. My pleasure.
And thank you guys for watching. We got a lot of heavy hitters coming up in the next few weeks. I hope you guys tune in. I'm going to go around behind the camera and turn it off because it's just Orlando and I in here. And
Thank you.
Orlando, thanks, man.
Thank you, guys. Take care.